Have you ever watched the crypto market explode and thought, if only I started sooner? Well, here's the truth. 2025 might actually be one of the best times to get started. Crypto isn't some fringe trend anymore. It's become part of the global financial system. Major institutions are involved. Countries are drafting regulations. Bitcoin ETFs are being traded on Wall Street. But that doesn't mean it's too late. In fact, this is when smart, careful investors start laying the groundwork, not just chasing hype. So if you're sitting there wondering how to build your first crypto portfolio from scratch without gambling or guessing, this video will walk you through it, step by step. Think of this as your beginner's guide to creating a real working portfolio, something that actually makes sense in 2025, not just random coins that someone mentioned online. Let's count down the 10 things you need to do to build a crypto portfolio the right way this year. 10. Understand what you're investing in. Let's start with the basics. Before you buy anything, you need to understand what crypto actually is. At its core, cryptocurrency is a type of digital money that uses cryptography and a public ledger system called blockchain to keep things secure and decentralized. That's the broad idea. Within the world of crypto, there are many different types of assets. There's Bitcoin, which is seen as digital gold. There are smart contract platforms like Ethereum, Solana, and Avalanche. Then there are stablecoins like USDC or USDT that are designed to stay pegged to the US dollar. There are even governance tokens, gaming tokens, and DeFi, decentralized finance assets. Knowing the difference matters. You don't have to become an expert overnight, but you do need to know what you're buying and why. Blind investing is just gambling with extra steps. 9. Choose the right platform. In 2025, there are more crypto exchanges than ever before, but they're not all created equal. If you're building a portfolio from scratch, you want a platform that's secure, user-friendly, and works in your country. Some of the most popular global exchanges right now are Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, and Bitstamp. For users in the US, Coinbase remains the easiest for beginners. It's fully regulated and publicly traded. However, keep an eye on fees. Platforms like Binance often offer lower trading fees than Coinbase. You'll also want to make sure your exchange supports the tokens you're interested in. Some smaller coins may not be available everywhere. And while you're at it, enable two-factor authentication from day one. You'd be surprised how many beginners skip that and then get hacked later. 8. Start with Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you're brand new to crypto, don't start with obscure coins that promise 1,000% returns. That's how most people lose money. Instead, begin with Bitcoin and Ethereum. They are the most established, widely used cryptocurrencies in the world. As of early 2025, Bitcoin holds a market cap of over $1.3 trillion, and Ethereum sits just under $500 billion. They're not only dominant in terms of value, they're also the most supported by exchanges, institutions, and wallet. Bitcoin is considered a store of value. Ethereum powers smart contracts, NFTs, and most DeFi apps. These two are the foundation of any balanced crypto portfolio. For a beginner, allocating 60 to 80% of your initial investment to Bitcoin and Ethereum is a smart way to start. Once you're comfortable and understand the space better, you can explore smaller coins. But trying to find the next Bitcoin right away usually doesn't end well. 7. Avoid FOMO and hype coins. Every time the market heats up, so do the promises. You'll hear about coins that are going to the moon or projects that can't fail. In most cases, those coins disappear just as fast as they appear. In 2021, Dogecoin had a huge moment, followed by Shiba Inu. In 2024, there was a wave of meme coins like Pepe, Harry Potter, Obamasonic 10, Inu, and dozens more that pumped hard and then crashed. In 2025, the pattern hasn't changed. New hype coins are still flooding social media. They're usually low-quality projects with no real use case or development team. They might make a few people rich, but they leave far more people holding worthless bags. So don't chase hype. Stick to assets with real technology, real adoption, and real development teams behind them. If a coin is being pushed too hard on TikTok, it's probably a bad sign. 6. Decide on your investment amount and stick to it. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is throwing in too much money too quickly. Crypto is exciting, it moves fast, but it's also volatile. You need to start small and only invest what you're truly willing to lose. A smart starting point for most people is to invest 1 to 5% of their total savings or income. For some, that might be $100 a month. For others, maybe $1,000 upfront. What matters more than the amount is consistency. You don't have to guess the perfect time to enter. Instead, set a monthly budget and stick with it. This approach is called dollar cost averaging, and it's proven to work well in markets that move up and down. If Bitcoin is $40,000 one month and $60,000 the next, your consistent buying helps smooth out the price you pay over time. 5. Diversify beyond just one type of coin. Even though Bitcoin and Ethereum are great starting points, it's smart to add some variety over time. That doesn't mean buying 50 different coins. It means adding a few high-potential assets that serve different purposes. For example, you might add a smart contract platform like Solana or Avalanche. You could add a DeFi token like Aave or Uniswap. You might even include a little exposure to AI-related tokens like Render, RNDR, or Fetch.ai, which have gained traction as the world becomes more focused on AI applications. You can also add stablecoins like USDC or USDT to your portfolio to help manage volatility. These coins stay around $1 and can be used to lock in profits or wait for better entry points. 4. Use a wallet, not just an exchange. When you buy crypto on an exchange, you don't actually control it unless you transfer it to your own wallet. The phrase, "not your keys, not your coins," is important here. If an exchange gets hacked or shuts down like FTX did in 2022, you could lose everything. That's why it's important to use a wallet. There are two main types: hot wallets, like MetaMask or Trust Wallet, and cold wallets, like Ledger or Trezor. Hot wallets are apps or browser extensions that are connected to the internet. Cold wallets are physical devices that store your coins offline for extra security. If you're holding a small amount and plan to trade often, a hot wallet is fine. But if you're building a long-term portfolio and want maximum safety, investing in a hardware wallet is a smart move. 3. Pay attention to taxes and regulations. Crypto isn't in the Wild West anymore. In 2025, most countries have introduced tax rules and compliance laws for crypto. In the US, any crypto you sell or trade is a taxable event. If you bought Bitcoin at $20,000 and sold at $50,000, you'll owe capital gains tax on that profit. Even swapping one crypto for another is considered a taxable trade. In Pakistan, regulations are evolving. The government is moving toward regulating exchanges and may require full reporting of holdings in the near future. India already taxes crypto at a flat 30% on profits. The EU passed the MiCA framework, which will require platforms to verify users and follow anti-money laundering standards. If you're serious about investing in crypto, take the time to understand how taxes work in your country or talk to a tax professional. It's better to stay compliant than to deal with fines later. 2. Don't skip research and education. Building a portfolio is just the start. Staying informed is what keeps it growing. You don't have to become a crypto expert overnight, but you do need to keep learning. Follow the developers of projects you're invested in. Read their updates. Join official Telegram or Discord groups. Look at roadmaps and white papers when possible. There are also great resources for staying updated. CoinDesk and The Block offer news. CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko let you track prices, volumes, and supply. Messari provides deep research on projects. YouTube channels and podcasts like Bankless, Coin Bureau, and Crypto Banter are also great for learning in a casual way. The more you know, the better your decisions will be. 1. Be patient and think long-term. This is the most important piece of advice. Crypto is exciting, but it's also unpredictable. Prices can skyrocket and crash without warning. But if you panic every time the market drops, you'll never build wealth. Look at history. Bitcoin crashed from $20,000 in 2017 to under $4,000 in 2018, then climbed to $69,000 by 2021. Ethereum dropped from $1,400 to $90, then climbed to over $4,800. Every bear market has been followed by a bull run, but only the people who held on through fear, doubt, and noise actually benefited. So if you're building a crypto portfolio in 2025, be patient. Don't let headlines or influencers shake your confidence. Stick to your plan. Keep learning. Make smart choices. And think in years, not weeks. And that's it. That's how you build a solid crypto portfolio from scratch in 2025. Start with a plan. Focus on strong assets. Avoid hype. Stay consistent. And protect your holdings. It's not about chasing fast money. It's about making smart moves that add up over time. If you found this video helpful, Don't forget to hit the like button, share it with someone who's thinking about starting their crypto journey, and subscribe to the channel for more no-nonsense guys like this. You've got this. See you in the next one.